Hey everybody, it's me, Cold, bringing you another Dawn of War 2 Retribution replay. Today we have got Doctor Ctrl-Alt-Delete, Doctor Copy-Paste, and xHoLyHammerx, and Sin Spirit. So this is going to be a very interesting game. It's a 2v2, and all these are actually very high caliber players, so I'm going to be very interested to see how this turns out. In the beginning, looks like we have Doctor Copy-Paste going for Guardian Sentinel, probably another Guardian, 2 Termagants coming out for Ctrl-Delete, 2 shooters coming out for xHoLyHammerx, and 3 Guardian squads coming out for Sin. Interesting. No Howling Batteries whatsoever. We'll see how that works out for him a little bit later on. The heroes for Ctrl-Alt-Delete are the Hive Tyrant, for Doctor Copy-Paste, the Lord General, for xHoLyHammerx, the War Boss, and for Sin Spirit, the Warlock. We have a nice little first engagement here. 2 shooters. It's going to be interesting. They may be able to move in against that Sentinel, but there's quite a few Termagants down there, so they'll be able to hold off. But we have the flank coming over, 3 Guardian squads, one being forced to retreat immediately, and these Termagants are falling backward against that mighty War Boss. The Hive Tyrant holding control of the center. It is 1 victory point apiece at the moment. And we do see a little bit of harassment. Oh, nice! The Orcs managed to, or the Slugger Boys managed to run down the Termagant brood. And here we go, the 2 Termagants moving in against those Orc shooters and decapping one of the victory points for the from the blue team. This Warlock being forced to retreat, and in the center, we don't have anything going on right now. Orcs are still in retreat, and here we go, the 2 Guardian squads moving back. One has been upgraded with the war gear. I'm sure we'll get more. In fact, Dr. Copy-Paste has gone for Guardian and 2 Sentinels. Interesting. Definitely amount of firepower in early vehicles, and that stomp ability can come in invaluable if Sin had gone for a Banshee squad. And there we go, fortunately a retreat of all 3 Guardian squads. Nice little bit of micro there, although the 2 Sentinels up front, it'll be interesting to see how it works out in the mid-game. There is no, and let's see, we have 2 shooter boys running down this Termagant brood. They're taking quite a bit of damage with the War Boss right there, and 2 units die. And they're going to be forced, no, it looks like they may just try to find some cover and then run back or shoot back. Maybe not. They did recapture this victory point though. And it is 2 for the blue, none for the red at the moment. And the blue team, and the red team, sorry, is recapping this point the blue had, and oh, although that Sentinel is moving out, gonna need to get repaired. Although I think he may be overextending himself a little bit against 3. There's no, these guys are, they're finally taking some cover behind some deployable shields. There we go. That's exactly what they needed to do. Forcing 1 Guardian squad to retreat, but I'm not too sure if he wants to move in all the way. Ooh, only even 4 units left on this Guardsman squad. This looks like a pretty heavy defensive position and going to repair the Sentinels to the next combat. On the right hand side we have the War Boss meeting the Hive Tyrant and forcing the retreat of the Shooter Boys, but the Slugger Boys on the right hand side still capturing their wreck point. And the War Boss charging through all this, breaking the capture of that point, and now going to do some damage to these Termagants. And these Sluggers are most likely going to be forced to retreat. Yes, there we go. The War Boss getting a kill there, may have gotten 2. Oh, but he's being slowed so much that he's going to be forced to retreat. There we go. It looks like we have a small lonely action. We do have the first gens going down. We have 3 for the red team. Look at the resources at the moment. Sorry, my keyboard went haywire. We have 304 income for the blue side for wreck, and the same for the red side. And we have 59 power versus 55 power for the red and blue respectively. We do have some Rangers coming out in the field for the Eldorp, for Sin Spirit, with 3 Guardian squads, so nice being able to pick off some units and a large amount of firepower in the front. We do see some Gatchian Devils coming out for Doctor Copy-Paste. And it looks like that, yes, they're being forced to retreat again, using that nice little slowdown ability, and it looks like this Warlock is going to be forced to go down unless he has a quick AoE attack. He's going to try, he does split the mobs up, nice little bit of micro there. Oh, yes, does get it off, and then forced to retreat. The War Boss is just in the wrong position. He may do a charge and then retreat, though. He does get up pretty close to those Termagants, so he may cause a couple models die, a couple units to die, but we'll see how that goes. nice bit of micro, forcing to only engage one unit at a time and not clumping his units up. On top here, we do see the Sentinels going around decapping this rack point, and with these catching devils up here, they'll be able to hold this position down. On the right hand side of the map, we do see the orcs capturing that requisition point, the warboss being forced to retreat, all these using it into two shooter squads that haven't upgraded with the bigger guns, but with that Hive Tyrant moving in, there's not much they can do. We do see some Stormboys coming into the back and jumping, forcing the Termagants to retreat, as they will be able to do nothing against that. Are these Sluggos going to join in the fight and possibly do a second bit of harassment? I don't know, but it's going to be interesting. The Stormboys are doing a good amount of damage. Their jump cooldown should be on the cool. Yep, there we go. And second jump, and the Sluggos moving in yet again. Maybe going to try and quickly decap this point. No, they're just going to move forward. All three units are being forced to retreat, and we do see some Ravna Brood out now. Here we have the Rangers. Oh, these Sentinels gotta be very careful, as they're gonna be quickly picked off if they don't correctly move backwards. Oh, and a sniper shot finishes off that Sentinel. Lord General being backed up with some catching devils, and they're gonna try and retake this point. Are they gonna try and go here and use an explosive shot ability or a grenade launcher, possibly knock these Rangers out before they can set up again? Down here we do see a little bit of Gen Harass, not being able to do too much without a burner upgrade, and these two shooter squads, oh, they are all going to be forced to retreat. We do see the Stormboys moving in and going to engage those Termagants in the front line, but with that Broodlord there, they're going to be pushed back and forced to retreat while everything else retreats. And the Orc does a nice little charge against all that, knocking it down, and then he's most likely going to retreat. Up here, we do see some Gen Harass going on with these devils and guardsmen, but with a ranger squad backing him up, two ranger squads in fact, going to be able to kill a fair few number of units into range. And there goes grenade launcher, completely ineffective though, aimed in the wrong position, maybe trying to predict where the enemy was going to go and misses the mark. Going to be forced to retreat though, there's no way he can hold out against this. And the war boss finally does go down. We do see these three Termagant squads very closely bunched up in a nice blob formation. Get a nice easy AoE on that. If a weird boy was to come out on the field, can't happen quite this early, but he would devastate those three squads. And do we see Stormboys moving in? Yes, we do. Are they going to knock everything down? They're going to slow one unit down, the other one's going to catch up, and they're going to get a couple of kills. Although they were slowed down and run away, nice little bit of micro there, and laying down a brood nest as well. On the right and the left-hand side, we have some Guardians doing some Gen Harass on this very open generator. No energy from them there at all. While the red team looks to have a very significant power lead at the moment, 42 versus 43. I stand corrected. And here we go, the Hive Tyrant attacking it, and yet again, the Warboss charging in after everything's done, taking damage, and then gonna be forced to retreat, I imagine. Oh, Warlock coming in here as well, maybe try and do some quick AoE action. They were able to get rid of this brood. Is he going to... Ah, yes. There we go. He's been upgraded with the Witchblade of Kurnos. I have to apologize. And yes, both heroes are going to get the heck out of dodge. Here we go. Devil setting up. Grenade. Only catching one of the sniper regiments. And here Antark being called out on top of him, wiping out the entire squad. Nice little timing there. Beautiful. Forcing a retreat and kills the squad in the process. These Ogrons coming in here, they are not going to be able to do anything against this massive amount of firepower, and are forced to retreat as well. Two shooter squads moving down here against this Hive Tyrant. Not too sure how that's going to work out, but we shall see. Maybe they're just trying to go against these Termagants. They are getting a couple of kills, but to be honest, this is just a bad positioning. We do have a weird boy finally coming out for the Orc player. And has he been upgraded with anything? Yes, he has been upgraded for the bigger brains. More health. Nice, and now we have the Storm Boys coming in. Ah, yes. And we're really seeing that AoE knockback really kick in for the Orc player now from that weird boy, being very effective against the mass broods of Termagants. Is he going to try and get a quick jump in here? He looks like it. No, using it as prey ability, center confusing the enemies. Oh, but the Storm Boys are still being forced to retreat. Interesting. And is the Warboss going to do his traditional charge? No, he may have learned from the last battle. We do have lots of globular movement by both players, really keeping their units all together. If Dr. Copypaste was to get a Manticore or something with AoE ability on the field, that would really punish the Eldar player right about now. And here we go, another charge by the War Boss, and no, looks like he pulled off the last second. Gonna get that Hive Tyrant down a little bit, force him to retreat, and the Termagants are being forced to retreat as well. Right hand side, oh, looks like we had a creeping barrage being called out all those units. Nice little play there, although is it gonna be enough? That Sentinel's being worked on by the Antarch, and we only have one Guardsman squad and the Lord General here. Lord General has not been upgraded yet, and being forced to retreat from everything. It's 410 points for the blue team and 239 for the red, with 2 control points for the blue and 1 for the red, and summoning in some Brood Warriors. Maybe not the best positioning after the initial hit. Gonna force the retreat. He's losing a lot of health here. Yes, he does finally retreat. The blue team is able to decap that point, so it's only 1 for the red now. The Storm Boys are going to jump on out of there. The Weird Boy's going to get in there, do a nice little ball hit. Oh! Does a debuff ability, then does a hit, and it's going to be forced to get out of there unless he wants to lose, and yes, he does force a retreat. And with these Brood Warriors coming up from behind, most likely going to force a retreat on both these Shooter Boy squads. There goes the first, and there goes the second with the War Boss. Going to do maybe a little charge. Nope, doing a little stomp, and most likely going to try and fall back and then charge. Try and fall back, then retreat. Or he's going to be able to continuously hit these units. Interesting. He is actually being very ineffective currently at the moment, so they maybe want to keep him like that. But with all this backup here, I would imagine he's going to retreat. Yes, he does. I would really like to see Dr. Copy-Paste bring out some kind of vehicles, and yes, he is bringing out a Manticore to get rid of these pesky snipers that are coming in here. He has lost both Sentinels, unfortunately. But now, with Sin Spirit having 3 Guardian squads, 2 Rangers, and 1 Antar on the field, it's a very mobile area, so it's going to be hit hard for any Manticore strike to work extremely effectively unless he's just not paying attention. That Weird Boy is doing a good amount of damage. Yet again, using that debuff ability in the center of those troops, moving them to the side. Nice little work there. Oh, and that little AoE does nothing, and he's going to retreat the Weird Boy. He looks like... yeah, here we go. Using this ability, then just walks his way back. Right inside, these Ogryns are taking a large amount of damage, and here comes the Manticore Strike, and the Guardians quickly move out the way, but the Rangers decide to walk straight into it, and 3 guys die straight away. Nice hit there. May have not hit the intended target, but definitely hit something at least. Here we go, and these Guardians being attacked by the Raveners, and... Revenant Brute being forced and gonna do a full-out retreat. Oh, that's gotta be painful. But the Antarch doing a good amount of damage here, and now the last Guardian squad that's remaining here is still alive. And with the Orc back up from the right-hand side, it's gonna force this Hive Tyrant to retreat. On the far left, we do see a Lord General just quickly capping a point for the blue team, as the scores are now 340 to 266. A little bit of a lull in the action, so we get back to the resources really quickly. We have the blue team sitting on wreck of 197 to 259, and the red 290 to 255, and the power 62 for the blue and 45 for the red. These snipers being nicely backed up right in the back position, so they won't be able to get sniped too easily. But it looks like, oh, nice little hit from that Weird Boy, but they're going to force a mass retreat. Although with 2 snipers in the background, they'll be able to get a couple of hits, but with the Manticore Strike coming out straight on top of them, is he going to retreat in time? Oh, 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, yet again. Oh, this, the one Ranger squad does die in that action. Nice little decoy hit with the Manticore there. And I really think Sin Spirit needs to get a very fast-moving, I don't know, maybe a Warp Spider squad or something to deal with that Manticore in the background to quickly take care of it, or even possibly sending him his Antarch to get rid of it in the background and upgrade to the Executioner. And he jumps and retreats. There we go. And that Manticore is nicely hugged and tucked away at the far, far back behind these rocks. Let's see, we do have a looted tank coming out for Holy Hammer. And that Weird Boy is just going to be able to destroy that Guardsman squad, sorry. Is it going to go down? Most likely 60 health. Jumping in. Oh, here we go. He has found the Manticore, but he's going in for the Guardian squad. But he knows where the Manticore is, so he may be tempted to send something at it. That Weird Boy is being attacked by the Hive Tyrant. I do apologize. And here we go. Nice little bit of damage. Oh, and he's going to be forced to retreat. There we go. using his ability to slow the target down, and then the Orc Boss is going to charge. On the right hand side, we do see one squad of shooters taking this victory point, and the second squad taking this wreck point. On the left hand side, we do see a mass Termagant invasion with the Lord General leading the charge, and some Brood Reveners in the front lines. Although here we go, they're using a recall, and gonna be forced retreat. He's gonna lose that last unit. 1 health, yes, and it does go down. Oh, that Antar is gonna be able to rip all those Termagants apart if he doesn't retreat. And yes, there we go, the retreat does happen. In center field, we do see the looted tank has come, but is possibly facing the wrong way. And yes, the Guardian is taken, and that victory point is being captured for the red team. Pop's going to try and go down here and do some basic gen harass. They still probably want to see if they can get that Manticore with some kind of light tank or light AV, I would imagine. These points being recapped by the blue team. Now we have a little movement out here with the looted tank, shooter boys, and the war boss. This should be able to do pretty well with his warrior brood with the tank in there as well. Not being able to finish that cap, knowing he will take too much damage in the process. But with these Raveners coming in, stacking from behind, oh, and here we go. That tank's gonna have to get out of there. Try and do some funny micro, and back up, back up. Oh no, this is not gonna be good. Does a nice big shot. Wow! And there you go. An AoE on all those weakened Termagants is just gonna destroy them. That looted tank will have to move backwards though, as he's currently being surrounded by all these units. Is he going to have anything to deal with this? Maybe a charge? No, but he does force a retreat from the Ravener Brood. Interesting on why that happened, but the Hive Tyrant is still on top of that tank. On the left-hand side, we do see the IG being pushed back by the 2 Guardian squads and the Antark. And we finally see Sin moving on to Tech Level 3. All Dr. Copy-Paste has left is a Manticore and this Ogryn squad with this hero, so he may be trying to save up something because he's floating very high on rec. He has 1,000 to 159, so he may be trying to get out that Baneblade in the end. And we do see a launch coming up here on all these Guardian squads. He's going to try and make it. Oh, yes, does get 1 hit, 2 hits. Oh, only kills a couple units, but definitely going to force a retreat in that 1 squad. Coming in here, dropping a turret. No, dropping a Lehman Russ. Nice. Obviously floating high on rec, and you don't want to spend any power, get the drop ability with the Lord General. You can still get a tank on the field, and he still has 360 rec, but getting another Guardsman squad out to reinforce that tank. That looted tank over here doing a good amount of job with the Weird Boy using a great use of his abilities, forcing all these troops back, and now they're going to be able to do some real gen harass and possibly get rid of all 3 of these generators unless they're trying to cap it, which is very surprising to me. He does need to get this tank back a little bit, but here we go. 1 generator down, knows he has to pull back. I think he's going to wait. Oh, the Lehman Russ on the left-hand side coming in, those Stone Boys, but they're going to jump in the wrong place and be in the range of all those Termagants. Are they going to start shooting? Yes. Oh, and does a second, does that exploding jump. Nice little use of the ability there, forcing the retreat. On the right-hand side, we have the looted tank moving backwards, doing a good amount of damage to the Hive Tyrant, forcing the retreat, and now we have the Orcs moving in here. But this may not be enough because that War Boss has still pretty good health, but he's going to lose his looted tank. Oh, and he does. Oh, that's going to be a massive hit for the Orc player, who is now getting out the Mob Squad. In the center field, we do see some Rangers taking his final victory point, so it is 111 to 200 points for the Red. With Red having 2 control points, Blue really needs to pull out something. And here we go, small engagement, Lord General being forced back, just too much stuff in the center, and this Warlord coming out, with a Manticore strike back up, forcing the retreat of that cap point, and he doesn't have any AV on the field, so this may be a very good choice. And Avatar of War coming out for Sin Spirit. Knobs on the field have not started being upgraded with anything, but I can imagine, yes, there we go. Green and Meaner upgrade is already in progress. Left hand side here, we do see 1 Guardsman squad just kind of exposed. Oh, and a nice little predictive grenade throw. Not killing any units, but definitely doing a good amount of damage to them. That Swarmlord ripping into all those Olo units, gonna force a mass retreat. We still, and look at that massive hit. That's why you don't want to clump up your units with that much against the Swarmlord. Or anything else that has an AoE for that matter of fact. Here we go, looks like I'm going to do some basic power harass. Oh, stopping the cap at that point. Nice little play there. from the Hive Tyrant. He's going to take a lot of damage, but most likely will just retreat out of the action. Yes, there we go. And the Termagant's now firing from the top left-hand side. I imagine the Swarm Lord and the Leman Russ are coming down. Yes, they are. So this is going to be an excellent engagement. With these knobs on the field, they just don't have a huge Hammers upgrade yet. Are they going to be forced to... Ooh, that weird boy's going to use his little ability, get over there, and possibly get into the right position. He will have to retreat, that weird boy, though. But with the Ogrins on the field as well... Oh, the ability popped for the Knob Squad, making them invincible temporarily. Swarm Lord gonna easily be able to run through all these shooter boys, and if he doesn't get out of there immediately, he's gonna lose several units there. And oh, the retreat from all these Storm boys. Oh, losing 2 or 3 units on the retreat. In the center, we still have the cap from that Warlock, and now another Leman Russ on the field. First Leman Russ pounding down on the Warlock, who's been heavily upgraded with the Avatar of War coming into the center. The Avatar of War is definitely going to be a good unit to use against that Swarm Lord. And then here we go. Is he going to use his special ability, that little flame punch thing on the ground? I can't remember what it's called. I do apologize. Oh, yes. No, maybe not. I looked like the wrong animation. I do apologize. And now we have the Swarm Lord versus the War Boss and all these knobs. With the Weird Boy as backup, I imagine he's going to try to do something here. Coming in with some shooters from the right-hand side. And the Avatar going around the back. I would imagine that Avatar might be better served running down that tank, to be honest, because he's focusing on those knobs, and that Swarm Lord is taking a good amount of damage, but ooh, may just be a little bit too late. And here we go. A Manticore strike on top of this. Oh, is this going to force a retreat? Does he even notice it? And have these Storm Boys been upgraded? Yeah, they do have their knob leader. And that Swarm Lord may go down. He's just trying to get that Swarm Lord down before he retreats, and it's down to 45 hit points, going lower. Is he gonna get it? Yes, the Antark Weird Boy strike. Oh, it's getting away with 51 hit points. Are they gonna be able to reach there in time? Leaving Russ going from the left-hand side, and the Hive Tyrant moving in. Oh, that Antark is gonna do a quick jump, quick punch. Still not just gonna get away. Oh, that is incredibly unlucky. Oh, very nice timing to get out of there. A little bit lucky, I have to say, but definitely worth it. And it looks like we have a single Termagant being a hero here against Avatar of War. Let's see how long he survives. The answer to that is probably not too long. There we go. The Weird Boy going to be forced to retreat against this massive amount of firepower. There we go. Warlock being heavily upgraded with all 3 slots, but then going down to what looked like it was a sniper shot, but I could be mistaken. But it must have come from something else. I do apologize that I missed that. Now that we have the Avatar moving into the center, but without being backed up with anything, the War Boss has finally been upgraded with the Power Claw, going to make him effective against that tank, and the Guardian's coming in to deal with that Lord General. The Avatar moving against the Leman Russ, and now the War Boss taking the center victory point. So it's still 1 point each, and the score is a 52 to 132. At this point, I really want to see xHoLyHammer come out with another unit of knobs, or possibly another looted tank, just to bring some more tanks on the field. He could be saving up for the big ultimate tank, but I'm not sure that's going to be proving worth right now. But we do see a Carnifex on the field being upgraded with the Black Stragged Spore. Blah, I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry, I need to get a quick drink of water. We do see the knobs coming in. Oh, and here we go. Using that ability. They still have not been upgraded with a huge hammer, which is very surprising. I would have imagined... Oh, some Spore Lines coming in on top of them as well. Ugh. They're doing a good number on that Carnifex, though. They really are. They've got it down to half health, and the Baneblade is on the field for Dr. Copy Paste. And here we go. One heavy cannon shot, gonna force the retreat. Oh, that's a massive blow to the Knob Squad, taking up the majority of their health, and Avatar is also going to be forced to retreat. Now with 2 tanks on the field, a Manticore, a Carnifex, and a Swarm Lord on the field, I'd have to say the blue team has the heavy armor on the field. On the right hand side, we still see a good bit of numbers, but the Orc player just doesn't have any good AV. Maybe get something on the field. Another Knob Squad would do pretty well right about now, but we really need to see something bigger coming out. That Baneblade should probably be positioned in this area here to keep track of this entire area being backed up by a single Guardsman squad, which Dr. Copy Paste can definitely afford. Does he have enough population room? Yes, he does. Oh, their blue team is desperately trying to recap that point to keep hold of their 2-point advantage, or 1-point advantage, sorry. That Avatar is going to be forced to get out of there and retreat. We do have some Warp Spiders coming out for Sin Spirit, but they're going to be going against a Carnifex and a Swarmlord. Ooh, that Avatar may actually go down on the retreat without any backup in the field. Here we come, a massive Orc Assault. He's very globbed up. Oh, if an AoE becomes be horrible. And here we go. Oh, a nice little attack on the Storm Boys against that Carnifex. Moving in down here, the Anomals are facing against the Swarmlord. We still have the Hive Tyrant in the center there working on the power with the Weird Boy. I'm not sure what he's doing. Oh, there he's shooting these Brood Warriors. And yes, he does correctly say, don't forget the Manticore. It's somewhere around over there, doing absolutely nothing. But I have to say, the Swarmlord has gone down, but it doesn't matter. Blue team has all 3 points capped. The red is capping and trying to cap the center and the left-hand side to get rid of that point advantage. But here we go. Oh, and the Hive Tyrant has gone down. Dr. Control Delete has taken some heavy damage. He still has his Knob Squad up and calling a Meteor Strike on everything. He's going to force a retreat. I don't know, but it looks like that Carnifex will go down. Oh, Gleam Rust goes down as well. Oh, but he needs to get those knobs out of there. Start telling him to retreat, or use your reinforcement ability on your commander. That Carnifex is so close to death, it's incredibly annoying. And there we go, 1 hit. Oh, he's going to charge the Carnifex down so he can get breakaway and do another hit. Yes, and he does get it. Nice. That's an amazing pickup for the red team. Now it is 1 control point to 0, so right now they are not taking any more. But with the War Boss coming in here against the main blade, he's going to have to do a large amount of damage, taking a direct hit from the main cannon, but he will not be able to stay up top. Kind of some Storm Boys jumping in there to the action against the Termagants, but also against the Augment Squad that are right there, which may not be the best idea as soon as I start decapping it. They are pretty low health, and that these 3 Termagants are doing some fire support, but the Ogrins are forced to retreat. Oh, nice grenade on the Baneblade from the Warp Spiders, and here we go. The red team are coming back, and it's 15 to 26. This game couldn't get any closer. Here we go. That Baneblade is under heavy fire. Do we see any more backup for it? No! He only has the Lord General out. Oh, it looks like he's going to try and quickly go for that Manticore, but he's going to be facing suppression fire pretty soon from the main base. He's going back to the Manticore and the Beyblade, and yes, there we go. The red team wins. Amazing comeback in the end. I didn't think it was possible, but wow. Great little use of the Meteor Call down here and getting rid of all those heavy units on the right hand side. That was amazing. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this cast, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody. Everybody. So this is something I'm just going to add on the end of this commentary. Tell me in the comments if you guys like it, if you want to keep it, if you don't want to keep it. It's just a rerun through some of the basic thoughts I had behind the game, maybe some basic decision making that could have changed the game in the favor of the blue team, or in fact what the red team could have done better, or maybe what both teams did wrong. But for the moment, let's just have a quick look at some of these other tabs as we can see here. So the commanders, we see that everyone except for Sin Spirit pretty much managed to get to level 6 or 5. In terms of units, the most units kills goes to xHoLyHammerx, but remember, this is if he's facing a large amount of broods or a swarm or something that has lots of weak units, that still counts as a kill. So it's more important to really look at the amount of squads that were eliminated rather than the individual kill count. But Dr. Copy Paste didn't lose that many, and for being an IG commander, that's actually pretty good. Although in the end, he did bring out some heavy armors, making those units pretty low. Power collected for the blue team, requisition collected was 6753 and 7132 for the blue, and 7427 and 6973 for the red. And in terms of command points captured, it looks like Dr. Control Delete absolutely massacred everyone else except for Sin Spirit, who managed to get 18. The only thing I think any of the players could have done a little better was possibly in the early game. There was a little bit too much globulation of massive amounts of infantry moving together without having the correct spread. Early game AoE would have been very effective, especially for heroes such as the Warlock. So, you know, just don't glob your units up quite so much. But otherwise than that, some pretty good decision making on both teams. Remember, all these guys are extremely good players, so give them the hand. Anyway, thank you. Hope you enjoy this. Remember, tell me if you like it, if you know it, and I'll see you all next time.